Before we continue with the video, if you like what I'm doing here on this channel, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel a lot. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Welcome back to my Create an RPG series. In this episode, we will be making use a little bit of our attribute system that we've created so far and have it drive a widget of health, similarly to how we made our level up and experience system. So now we will be creating a health progress bar, essentially, being driven by our health. So we'll start off in the widgets. We will create a new user interface widget. We'll call it w_health. We will open that one up. In this one, we will remove fill from screen to desired on screen. We will remove the canvas panel and we'll add something maybe like a size box. That way we can control what kind of a dimension we want to have on this health bar if we wanted to. So for example, we could put in something like, I don't know, 100 pixels and 20 height or something. So this is essentially what our health bar would look like. Now we need to add a progress bar, so we actually have something to display it in, like so. And our progress bar now is filling out everything inside of the size box that it is currently inhabiting, so that's good. We will need to give this a proper name because this sucks, clearly. So health bar is what we're going to be choosing as a name. As per normal standards, health is generally represented by a red color. So we can change our fill and opacity color over here to be something more red-like that maybe. So that this is the color that will fill in once the bar is more filled, essentially. So we can see here by our percentage, if we increase this percentage, this is what it will be looking like if it gets more and more inside of it. And yeah, this is how basic we're going to be keeping this widget for now. So moving on to actually using this to be driven by functionality, we'll remove the tick, we will remove the pre-construct, and in here we will be starting off similarly to how we did on the properties. We will be getting our owning player pawn. From that, we will be dragging out and saying we want to get a component by class. And the class that we're interested in getting is, of course, the class that has attributes, since this is our health system. So BPC attributes. From that, we say we want to add a listener. And this is so that we can, immediately when this widget is constructed, we can say that any changes that are made to a specific attribute, we want to somehow react to it. And since this is a health bar, we want to listen to our health with health tag being changed. And if it is changed, we want to react to it. How we want to react is by using this event over here, which we will be calling health changed, or health updated, I guess is a good name. Now we don't know how the health has changed, we just know that it has changed in some way. We will drag out from the attribute context and break this so we get its components. From this we can now say that we want to calculate this, and how we do that is by taking the values in the attribute changed here. You can see that if we break this we have all of these values. Now we could, for example, take our base value and divide it by our max value and set that as our progress bar percentage. However, since we have created a function for actually calculating things like this, what we can also do is actually we call it calculate, I think, calculate attribute value. So from our blueprint function library, we can now calculate this for us. However, what this will do is it will get us the value of our current health based on delta and multiplier values. So again, for health, maybe delta and multipliers don't make a whole lot of sense, but in case you want to have something like delta and multipliers for your health, then calculating it like this would essentially give you your base value. And then from this you would have to divide by a float, which would be then this max value over here. This way you get a percentage of it. And again, by doing it this way, you probably want to go into this function and clamp this value, so it's between either a 0 and a max value, or something low, like a negative number of something and the max value. Because if you were to have a calculated value here that's more than max, you will get a percentage that is more than 100, which wouldn't display in the progress bar, but it would be a little bit weird in case you have, like, let's say 130% life. You get injured and your life bar isn't moving. It would feel a little bit jarring for the player. Anyway, so now we have calculated the percentage here, so we can just go drag our health bar, and we can say set percent, which will set the percent value on our progress bar, which will be this value that we just calculated. Now, the only thing left here is that even though we have this happening, it doesn't calculate in the beginning. If we go and check here, this will be the value that we have on our health bar. So to demonstrate this, we can go to our HUD, and we can drag out a user created W health now. So we can put it, I don't know, we'll put it somewhere down here, let's say. So this will be our health bar, and we can either scale this however we want, or we can size the content, which means that it will take the dimensions from whatever we defined inside of the widget. We should probably anchor this in the bottom, something like that. We can reposition the X value, which is sideways, and then set an alignment of 0.5, meaning that it will always be center aligned in that direction. The Y direction here will depend on the Y value here, so it's up to you where you actually want to have this widget. But yeah, so now if we start and play, you can see our health down there seems to be about 70% full or something like that, which is not correct, because if we actually check our attributes on our component for attributes, you can see that we have a base value of 100 and a max of 100, so we should actually be at full health. But going back to our widget, then we can go to our graph. And the reason this is happening is because we say in the beginning that we should listen to any change. But in the beginning, no change has happened, so no calculation is actually being done. So what it's getting its value from are the defaults that we have assigned here while doing the creation of the widget. A way to solve this is to make sure that when we have our construct, we make a basic calculation to begin with. And to do that, we can actually call on our health updated event over here, like so. But we will be needing an attribute context to actually be able to populate this. So to do that, we can create a make attribute context. And the one part that is actually interesting for us is, of course, the attribute changed part here, which is corresponding to this one up here. And we can get that one, for example, by either typing in get health, then we will be reaching in to get it explicitly, or we could be using a get attribute from tag, which is what we created the function for, and it might be a little bit more sensical because we don't want to have anything grabbing a variable and like just reaching for it. And if we have as a habit of using the functions that are made for the different things, this will make it easier to track where they have been used if you want to find where specific things are being used later on, if you're like searching for a specific thing to change, or want to get an overview of all the places where something's changed, or you just want to troubleshoot something that's erroneous. So in here we can just say that we want to listen for the health tag, or get the health tag, which will return our structure, which we plug into our attribute changed, like so. And now if we play, we should hopefully be getting a full life bar down there, and we do. So that's the whole point of the widget for the health and its communication with the event dispatcher from the attribute system. I think that might be a good place to stop for now before we jump into our next big topic. So I'll hope to see you in the next episode. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you did not like it, leave a dislike. Leave any suggestions or comments you have down below. Subscribe and share this video if you want to see more like it in the future. That is all for now. Keep on learning. Take care.